The consumer is reacting violently to this loss of purchasing power. So I don't think it's going to feed inflation. I think it's going to feed this negative sentiment that the consumer has been feeling. On the innovation front and on market indicators, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ether, they have corrected with the equity markets. More and more hedge funds are involved in them. So when the market corrects, we do see higher correlations these days.
American investor and the founder, CEO, and CIO of ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, recently shared her insight on cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, the 90s versus today, inflation, interest rates, and more. Despite the latest drop across the board for cryptocurrencies to start 2022, Cathie Wood predicts that Bitcoin's price could exceed $1 million by 2030 as the cryptocurrency's global usage is still only in its early days. She is looking towards the long term and sees Ethereum reaching a $20 trillion market cap by the year 2030. Hello and welcome to Money Talks. In today's video, Cathie Wood discusses her Bitcoin outlook and how cryptocurrency is taking market share as a global settlement network. She also talks about rising inflation, monetary policy, the economy, market signals, economic indicators, and innovation. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notifications. Let's dive right into the video. Cathie Wood and her firm, ARK Invest, rose to prominence at the start of the pandemic because of the success of her innovation-focused strategies. Her flagship exchange-traded fund, ARK Innovation ETF, generated a total return of 157% in 2020. With a firm whose mission it is to invest in breakthrough technologies, it is no wonder that Cathie Wood also offers clients exposure to cryptocurrencies. Recently, Cathie Wood gave an update on inflation and rising interest rates. According to Cathie, fear of inflation is getting more day by day, and money growth will continue to slow if FED raises interest rates.
I know that this fear that inflation at 7%, which is the CPI right now, on a year-over-year basis, is getting embedded into the system because wages are rising and so forth. So what we're seeing on the monetary and fiscal front right now is effectively significant tightening already. On the monetary front, we've seen money growth go from 27% at its peak during the coronavirus, the depths of the coronavirus, to 13% recently. But if you look at it a little more closely and in a shorter term time horizon, we're down to 8% growth on a 3-month basis, 6.5% on a 2-month basis. And we believe that money growth will continue to slow quite significantly, especially if the Fed does raise interest rates.
Cathie Wood believes that for diversification purposes, crypto is an interesting asset. Cathie thinks that cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum will bring about a money revolution, a financial revolution, and a metaverse revolution.
Although over a full market cycle, the correlation between crypto assets and any other asset is extremely low, which means for diversification purposes, crypto is a very interesting asset. In our Big Ideas 2022, you will see how we break out crypto. Our understanding is evolving, and we are able to describe it in 3 ways: a money revolution, a financial revolution, and a next generation internet or metaverse revolution. So if that piques your interest, do take a look at our Big Ideas 2022. I'm very proud of our research. Our research is unlike anything else you'll see out there. You will see ours because we give it away. Again, unlike most other firms, meaning we give it all away.
What's more surprising is that Cathie Wood's ARK Invest predicts Bitcoin could exceed $1 million by 2030. The noted investor previously said that cryptocurrency would reach $500,000 by 2026. It was mentioned in ARK's Big Ideas 2022 Outlook report that Bitcoin's market capitalization still represents a fraction of global assets and is likely to scale as nation-states adopt it as legal tender. ARK added in its Bitcoin Outlook that the cryptocurrency is taking market share as a global settlement network. According to ARK's research, Bitcoin's cumulative transfer volume increased by 463% in 2021, and its annual settlement volume has surpassed Visa's annual payments volume. Technological advancements such as the Taproot upgrade and Lightning Network may also help Bitcoin to scale. And institutional ownership of Bitcoin will also become more widespread, according to ARK. Cathie Wood also compares the 90s financial markets with today and how the growth of value stocks over time has changed. Wood says growth funds have come to all look like each other and the broad stock indexes because they have the same mature companies as top holdings. Also, the seeds were planted during the tech and telecom bubble that have been germinating for 25 years and are now starting to flourish.
That the ratio of new lows to new highs was as high as it's been since 1999. And in 1999, it was the value stocks that were hitting new lows as everyone was racing into the internet. In this last year, it has been our kinds of stocks that were hitting new lows as value stocks were hitting all-time highs. And as you know, the right thing to have done during the late 90s, when that ratio behaved that way, was to move away from the new highs into the new lows. And I think the same is true today. And I'll just give you a sneak preview of what may happen here. You know, I was very interested after Ford said that the demand for its F-150 Lightning EV was so much stronger than it expected, its stock exploded. Now, I want our auto manufacturers to be very successful in the EV space. But to see its stock jump to highs that it had not seen since 2000 is a sense of what I just said. What that move said to me is, oh my goodness, investors don't understand that 97 to 98% of its sales base is gas-powered cars, and we believe that the shift toward electric is accelerating here. Oil prices being one reason, but also lower prices being another as battery costs come down. So I found that very interesting in the context of the juxtaposition of the late 90s against today. We're also seeing a lot of confusion in the more mature growth area of innovation. Facebook is facing real competition, and TikTok is of course the reason, and it's also under pressure because Apple is not giving it or allowing it to have as much information about users and has put in place new privacy objectives and rules.
Okay, so Wood isn't shy about talking up her holdings or making comparisons to history's great growth stocks. And that brings us to the end of today's video. What do you think about Cathie Wood's perception of cryptocurrencies and inflation? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.